All right. I want to go ahead and apologize real quick. I definitely, definitely shot a whole stream just now and was muted the entire time. So I had somebody try to react to me, and I didn't respond. I couldn't. I didn't know y'all couldn't hear me. Um, Reason being, I had my buds in, so I thought I was, having that. So I just switched it back over to the Yeti, so we can have a conversation. So hopefully I don't go ahead and start like really cutting this down smaller because I didn't want to do that. So I'm gonna try to go back through what I was talking about before, but this time I'm gonna come back through with talking some shit for sure. Again, the just terrible, terrible, terrible manners nowadays, like to the point I want to kick somebody in the damn throat. Why? I'll give you a couple examples. One, one thing I can't stand: if I hold the door for you, I ain't saying that every person in the world's got to say thank you, but start to learn some manners. Because yo, I'm telling you, it's coming very soon. Someday, one day, I'm gonna hold the door. I'm just not gonna be in the mood. Just being a nice guy doing it. If someone's gonna give me an attitude, and I'm fucking shut them right in the middle of the door. Just might even double tap them one time. Like it's ridiculous, bro. Like it's not hard to say thank you. A lot of people. I'm sure somebody's gonna want to be in the comments like, "Oh, I didn't ask you to hold the door for me." Okay, dickhead, we get it. Point being is this: I held it. I'm not telling you to say this, but it was just a common courtesy. You could be on the other end of that, but like, there's no real point of being on the end of that and be like, oh, well, it was common courtesy. If it was common courtesy, then you didn't have to. That's cool, bro. How hard is it to just say thanks when you're walking by? At least 80% of the time, right? But it's becoming less frequent nowadays, right? I'm type of dude that I will let that door shut on you so you can trip on your way out just to piss you off. But for real, like, how hard is that, right? Common things, right? If you see somebody like it, and this is crazy. If you ain't got no money, right, and you fall over, and I seen this on like one of those reactions too. It was crazy because it happened in real life, and I seen it. Like, if you ain't got no money and you fall over, ain't nobody reaching to help you out. But when you fall over and you got a nice suit on, a good watch, whatever, everybody wants to make sure you're okay. Why? You're an opportunity. That's how I look at the world now. We're not sincere to people whether or not we can do something to help them. We're sincere to people on opportunity. What opportunities do they present for me? And if they don't, why do I care? Right? And like that can be said in a lot of ways. And that's probably why, our values have went down, which is why, our the lack of manners are probably a part of, that change. I mean, when I say values, right? Like, don't get me wrong, like, yeah, man, we people have been banging everywhere forever. What I'm talking about is values, period. Like if you want to be, and you hear this all the time, traditionally held down, like women like, oh, I like to go on shopping sprees, and I like this, and I like to go here, and I like to go there, and I'd like you to kill yourself, right? Like a simp's gonna do that for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nigga that really got her shit together that ain't about all that. It's gonna be like, cool. So I'll come pick you up in the same plastic bag you'll have in about fucking 10, 15 years. Okay, cool. Cause it'll stop playing with me. Like that's how it is. Like we're at a point now where women feel as though it's cool to ask a man for everything in his life when you bring nothing to the table besides maybe kids and your twat. That's about it. No disrespect. But and then the ones that are working, you need to understand that there's dudes that make their own money, so they don't care what you have because you're not spending it on me anyway. So like, that's the point. It needs to be a mutual agreement so that we can bring some respectable kids out. Instead, we just popping fucking kids out with anybody just so we can get a quick dollar. You know what I mean? Like when you hold the keys to the actual baby coming here, I don't want to hear no responses about why. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's done being a daddy. Well, he thought he was a great daddy since you popped his baby out. So stop complaining. Period. Like it doesn't change the child's life at all. And that's another thing that why I think these morals are being passed down because we're not giving them good morals to fucking pass down. These manners, where where do you see good manners at most of the time? Right? Again, our manners nowadays are opportunistic. I have manners when the opportunity arises. When it doesn't, I don't give a shit about having manners, right? And those are the things that I talk about when I say, yo, this is crazy that we're living in a world like this. There's so many reasons why. And that's why like the dating scene is destroyed. Chivalry. Nobody care. And women, use men nowadays. And now that men are becoming more aware of that, We ain't about that. Oh, guys use women too. It's like, yo, it's a different ball game. But let's get back to these manners, man. These manners. So women bad manners that I can't stand, right? Like entitlement, thinking that y'all own fucking everything. Like if somebody owes you something for breathing air, but I'm pretty. There's so many more pretty women in the world. No one cares. If you're not, oh, but I'm not a thought. There's a bunch of thoughts that don't care. They're pretty too. But I deserve shopping sprees and trips. Good luck with that. Somebody's gonna do it for you. He's gonna be considered a simp. You're gonna run that well dry, and then that's the end of that. It's just how that works. Dudes, simps in particular, your simping is causing bad issues with the children underneath us. For instance, man, you sipping out, buying chicks whatever they want, doing whatever they want. That's a good thing. Do whatever you want. I mean, everybody has a different reason why they do what they want. Problem is this though: we have weak men growing now and delusional women growing now, which isn't helping the bad manners. Why? Okay. You got women that are entitled that think that everything belongs to them. I, you know, a man should spoil me and do all these things. You're not even a traditional woman, but you want a traditional man. Can't cook, can't do nothing else. Can't take care of kids. Isn't somebody I want to see raising my children. Yada, yada, yada. The list goes on, right? We have a problem nowadays. And this, I think when we get the world back on track, we'll understand this. Women confuse people blowing their DMs up with people that want to be committed to you. Let's get this right. Human nature is that people fuck around. That happens, right? Whether it's good, bad, whatever. Problem is, men blowing you up in your DMs isn't saying there's a bunch of dudes that want to get with you. There's a bunch of dudes that want to get in your panties. None of them, besides the simps, probably want to lock you down, especially if they know you got a bunch of dudes coming after you. Why? Again, why would I want that pain in the ass, right? And here's why. You getting everything you want all these times by all these men's and simping men out, what are you teaching your children? When your daughters come, are you teaching them the same thing? Men, when your son come, are you teaching them that that's okay? Right? And then we get back to the manners again. We treat the people and we treating people like our values show. Women sit there and be like, I don't understand, man, they're this, that, and the other thing, but then you dress with absolutely nothing on and then be like, oh, why does he keep hitting on me? Maybe because I could see a G-string through your fucking pants. And if I'm looking at your ass like that, hey, since you put the image in there, stop bitching about what I'm thinking and why somebody would come up and say something to you. Men, stop flashing all your money everywhere and then you get stuck up and be worried about it. Or flashing your money everywhere, some chick come rob your ass blind, legally in the most fucked up way possible. And then you act like you didn't see it coming. Like, this shit is crazy. Like, we're living in a computer world in real life, right? And I think it all is driven by manners. Like, we don't even have manners to our adults as much anymore. We don't hold down the people that we should be holding down anymore. Like, our loyalties are starting to be to ourselves, which is, you should have that, but there's no camaraderie or community. And without that, you wind up with a bunch of misbehaved people and animals running around tearing each other down. So what happened to manners? What happened to good fucking people? I think that's what happened to manners. So when we wound up making good people again and treat each other differently, like as a black man wake up to them, instead of seeing each other, eyeing each other down and thinking that we about to have a fucking war. When you eye me down and see me, what's up, bro? How you doing? How you day today? Cool, man. Good. Take it easy. It ain't always gotta be rough. Are we so insecure with ourselves that we fucking fear everything that comes to us, or we feel like we need to kill everything come to us because that's what we've been taught nowadays? Let's get it together, man. You know what I mean? Like, we need to start being our brother's keeper, not being out here ready to kill each other and tear each other down, because that's how we eradicate ourselves. And I'm sure no one will be upset if that happens. So anyway, I'm rambling a little bit at this point. I want to gauge a little bit, but I think I messed up a little bit by having my stuff off. But either way, I appreciate you guys for coming to the cave, man. This is Mac. You're in the Bat Cave. I appreciate you guys coming through. We're about to have some more guests on here shortly. I've got 2, 3 lined up actually here shortly. Three lined up. We're gonna come on. I'm gonna pick their minds. I could be pokey. I like to get the real out of people and know what's going on. So topics will be up there. I'll set the premiere, but I'm gonna keep trying to make sure I'm going through it Saturdays and Sundays and giving y'all a little bit more so we can get a little bit more interactive in here. Besides that, you are in a cave with Mac. I appreciate you coming by, and until next time, I will see you then.